8 centuries, one city ruled the world. This was Rome. Its legions marched across continents, and the world moved when they did. Roads stretched farther than any empire before. Water flowed uphill. One law held together 100 nations. Rome wasn't just a city, it was an idea. And it was supposed to last forever. At its peak, Rome controlled 5 million square kilometers. 1 in 4 people on Earth lived under Roman law. Not as slaves to an idea, but as citizens of the greatest experiment in human civilization ever attempted. But in the year 476 AD, it ended. The last emperor was a teenager. The last army had already given up, and the world that Rome built began to forget itself. They built roads that still exist today, aqueducts that carried water farther than most rivers, a legal system that still runs inside your government, whether you know it or not. Empires don't fall from the outside first. They collapse from within. Corruption, civil war, emperors who lasted months. The Senate became a theater, the army became a business, and the borders started bleeding. The barbarians didn't destroy Rome because they were stronger. They walked in because Rome had stopped believing in itself. Frontier after frontier, abandoned. Legion after legion, dissolved. The greatest military machine in history simply stopped showing up. But what if one general had made a different choice? What if the Eastern legions, still intact, still disciplined, had marched west instead of waiting? What if Rome had chosen to survive? That eagle would have meant everything. One standard planted, one line held. History doesn't always need a miracle. Sometimes it just needs one person to refuse to retreat. Welcome to 2026, in the timeline where Rome never fell. The city grid is still Roman, the law is still Roman, and the world is still one empire. 1,500 years of unbroken civilization, and it shows. There is still a Senate, there is still a republic. Latin is still the language of law, science, and diplomacy. The debate never stopped, it just got louder and better. In this world, there were no dark ages, no plague of ignorance spreading across a broken continent. Every culture Rome absorbed survived. Every language, every art, every people preserved inside the empire that refused to die. In our timeline, Rome fell, and we spent 1,000 years trying to remember what we lost. In theirs, it never ended. The question isn't whether Rome could have survived. The question is, what did we lose when it didn't? This is the other timeline. Subscribe, the Mongols are next.